9, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by Patrick Onwasor. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On the toss play, this is Drake. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Rosen will throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Brown. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the back. Watch the back.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Forced out to his left. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Check. You know it. Hey, he's scared.
They'll try to run for the 1st with Ingram. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Flush to his right, to the right side, and complete to Hurst. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 27 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Ravens 7, Dolphins nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rosen. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play. Right in his hands. Unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch tight. Tight end.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert. Switch.
Here's Rosen to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jackson, option right. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Second and 2 at the 10-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. It's a give to the right. Ingram. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. Tucker's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Rosen. Going deep here for Stills. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Rosen. He's got got his man on the crossing route. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Drake. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here I come again.
They run toss to the right with Drake. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Counterplay, Drake. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the run.
Now a draw play with Drake. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Right. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. It's free.
He's got a first down and then some. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Jackson, option right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but blitz coming, and down he goes. Matt Judon gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And now it's Rosen looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. 16 yards, a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
49. I'm here all day. Monday. 48.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Now Rosen on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, wahoo.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So we're in halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Jackson now. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Mike. They can't hang with us. Hug. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Throwing on second down. Rosen. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. On the left side, this is Stills. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Rosen on the money there to Stills. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Rosen off the play action. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Patrick Owasor able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
59. Focus, defense, focus.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's going to be a long.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson looking left side, and it's complete. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On the ready. 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I got one.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 21 yards away as the Ravens push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rosen on 1st and 10 toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On 3rd down, Drake. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
It's 4th down.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try.
A 30-yard attempt.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Man open left side is Brown. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Coming to you.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Ingram again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Shaq Lawson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. Second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Next to score, Ravens 31, Dolphins 6.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, 4 down.
Now Rosen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to let it fly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 72 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as the Ravens push further out in front. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go.
Running from the shotgun with Dre. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
Alert, alert, alert.
To throw is Rosen. And Wilson has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's 2nd down.
Next. 80. 80. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Middle.
Twist. Watch twist. 59.
Bravo.
Check. 59.
Here's Rosen. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Dolphins, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Tight to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the